Hello everyone. Went to the local coin shop today and well, I was in for a little bit of a surprise. They had a really good amount of 90% silver dimes. So usually I just pick out the Mercuries and any other interesting things. But today, there were quite a few Roosevelts, which I typically ignore. But I saw that a lot of them were BU and appeared to be proofs. So I just picked up the entire bag. Now, in the past, it's not unusual for me to find, late teens Mercury dimes that are in pretty nice conditions, 26S, sometimes some really nice Barber dimes, some seeded Liberty dimes, toned Roosevelts with rainbow toning. So I figured, you know what, I'll just take the bag. I ended up coming to a little over 1.1 kilos. So I was thinking I'd go through this off camera, come back and show you some of the stuff I picked up and what I hope to do with it. Normally I end up keeping a portion of this to some degree for my collection, and the rest I would flip, and hopefully what I make on flipping pays for what I kept. So this way I'm making a little profit, and I'm basically adding to my collection without taking out any additional money. So I'll be back in a little while, and we'll go over what happened with this bunch of 90% silver dimes. All right, I'm back here. Not too many Mercury dimes in this batch. I didn't expect a ton of them, but I expected it to be maybe like 40% Mercuries. To the left there, I have an AU 1942 with a little bit of luster. It's not bad. Then I have a dateless one. A few from the teens, maybe about 7 or 8 from the 20s. And maybe about 40 or so from the 30s and 40s. As far as the Roosevelts, there's a little bit of a surprise there. To the left here, that is probably a whole roll, maybe a little bit more, of 1963 proof Roosevelt dimes. I think there might have been a 64, maybe a 62 mixed in, but it's essentially all 1963, which was a pretty nice surprise. In these piles, I have a lot of brilliant uncirculated Roosevelts. Those are mainly, I would say, 62 to 64, but another nice find. And then here is kind of the rest. Lots and lots and lots of circulated and almost uncirculated Roosevelt dimes. Actually, quite a few of them are probably low to mid AU, which kind of surprised me. And even the ones that are circulated, there's really not many that are really beat up. It's actually a pretty good find right here. I'm really happy with it. So overall, I purchased a little over 1.1 kilos. So I think I'm looking at about maybe 460, 470 dimes in total. Not really too much for my personal collection here. Just a handful, but basically, I think I did pretty well on them. And like I said, all those proof dimes was really surprising. I saw a bunch in the lot. That's why I decided just to take the whole lot rather than picking through it or just taking a partial. So turns out pretty well because, like I said, there's no big money coins here. I have had luck in the past, pulling out key dates of Mercuries and even Barber, believe it or not. Not so much with the key dates here, but there is quite a bit that is, small premiums for being either brilliant uncirculated, being proofs, and then we have some older Mercury, so not a bad haul. All right, if you like this kind of video, with kind of me going through like 90% silver, and I don't want to keep you through the whole thing because, quite frankly, it would be only slightly more interesting than watching paint dry or grass grow for some people, so I figured I'd just kind of show you the summary of everything, but overall some pretty good stuff. And here's a look at that 42. Really nice details on the obverse and the reverse. So pretty happy with that. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.